Hello and welcome to another ASMR wrestling episode. Yes, today it's another episode with book of Shawn Michaels. I love Shawn Michaels as well as the Ultimate Warrior or Jake the Snake Roberts. He's a great wrestler, and I tell you a little bit of his story. I have also the action figure of him and his partner, tag team partner Marty Jannetty, and I show it to you. Here, two guys, Marty Jannetty, here, Marty Jannetty, and Shawn Michaels. Here he is. They look great. They both are from 1991. They look also very young. Here, very young. But I think Shawn Michaels look a little bit... Yes, he looks not as nice as Marty Jannetty in this. I think Marty Jannetty was a little bit smaller than Shawn Michaels. And here in this action figure, the green pants, you cannot see the green pants. They have both green pants. Here, Marty Jannetty, you can also make him smaller in this. Make him a little bit smaller. But okay. Here Shawn Michaels can jump. You can push it down. He gets a very long neck, and he can jump over the ring into his enemy. Not Marty Jannetty, of course. Yes. And here is the book, Shawn Michaels, the story of the wrestler they called the Heartbreak Kid. I think this is a fan book. Here it's called... This book was not prepared, approved, licensed, or endorsed by the World Wrestling Federation. It's from Stephen Ciarelli, and I show it to you. It's very small. It's a small book. It contains 64 pages. But it's good to show it to you because it has a lot of pictures. And yes, I hope you enjoy. Oh, by the way, I love the background here. I found this background, and all of my favorite wrestlers are here in the background. But not Shawn Michaels. I don't know why, but Shawn Michaels isn't there. Here, I show to you the Big Boss Man. Then here's Earthquake, and in the back, Typhoon. Then, of course, Macho Man Randy Savage. Then in the middle of the Legion of Doom, here, the two, is the Texas Tornado. Texas Tornado, of course, here in this direction. Of course, Hulk Hogan, Mr. Perfect, Sergeant Slaughter, and there he is, the Ultimate Warrior. It looks great with the World Championship title here in this direction. So, yes. And Shawn Michaels here. I read a little bit of this book for you. The early years, Shawn Michaels was born as Michael Shawn. I don't know his name. He was called Shawn Michaels Hickenbottom. That's not a wrestling name, I think. Mr. Hickenbottom. And he was born in July 22, 1965. Yes. Here it is an early picture of him. I don't know his age here, but he looks very, very young. Very young. The early years. Shawn Michaels. There he is. There, Shawn Michaels. He looks great, 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 great. And this is a very interesting fact. From the time he was 12 years old, Shawn knew he wanted to be a professional wrestler. Beginning at age 18, Shawn trained with wrestler Jose Lothario in San Antonio, California. And he saw wrestling for the first time when he was 12 years old, just as me and maybe as you as well. He was very, very young. And here, but famous, I first noticed him here with Marty Jannetty as the Rockers. Here he is, and Marty Jannetty. And they were very popular together. They called themselves the Midnight Rockers. Marty Jannetty left, and left, and Shawn Michaels right, wrestled first in the NWA and then the AWA, where they earned 2 tag team championships before moving up to the WWF in 1988. They both were very popular before they moved to the WWF. 2 tag team championships. So I don't know this. Very interesting. Yes, they were both of them very fast and acrobatic. I love to watch them both together. I think they both were great. They do a great work in the wrestling ring. I love them. But there it is. 1 second. I've watched this in the television, but there's no picture of it. But I read it here in the book. But I think both, yes, they, don't come, I don't know how to say it in English, but they, yes, the relationship of both of them wasn't as good as we thought they were, because they break up together. I read a small chapter of this to you. Although the general public was unaware of it, insiders knew all was not well in the Rockers' camp. Rumors circulated. Supposedly, the men refused to have anything to do with each other outside the ring. And even went so far as to arrive at arenas in separate cars. Yes. And finally, Shawn and Marty's personal animosity came to a head. During Brutus Beefcake's Barbershop television interview in 1992, Michaels stunned the team's supporters when he superkicked Jannetty right through the set's window glass. That definitely signaled the end of the Rockers as a team. Yes, and I've watched it as a kid. Yes, but not live, of course, but weeks or a few months later in German television. And I was shocked as well. I was shocked when Shawn kicked Marty Jannetty through the window. Was very, very fascinated from it, in a negative way, of course. But it was a good show, well, a great show. And everybody understand why they not wrestle together anymore. If you look at it, you knew it was over. Maybe I show it to you in here, a short clip. Here, there, yes, there, a short clip of it, and you can see it. It's only a few seconds, because we're history. Yes. And then I have the action figure of here of Shawn Michaels when he wrestled alone, when he was Shawn Michaels without Marty Jannetty. Here, look at his sunglass, and he has the tattoo here. Here, look at it. Also the tattoo is very detailed. I love the action figure. And I love the pose here. A little bit arrogant. Very good. I love him. And I also have Marty Jannetty here. Without Shawn. He looks better, I think. Or he and also Shawn Michaels as an action figure, they both look better than these two guys here. But I love all figures here from it. All, yeah, very great. Love it. But here the hair looks similar from Marty Jannetty. He doesn't change his haircut. Yes. And then Shawn Michaels, was alone in the ring, but he captured the attention of the audience. I think more than Marty Jannetty, and this was one of the reasons why he left the tag team. Yes, and here he is with Sherry, sensational Sherry here. Oh, look at this picture. Looked great. Not so for sensational Sherry, but it shows the situation very well. When the Heartbreak Kid began his single career in the WWF, he hired sensational Sherry Martel as his manager. But even she couldn't put up with his selfish way for very long. No, not very long. Here. Oh, great. Yes. And one of his biggest success was the heavyweight championship belt. His first heavyweight championship belt here against Bret Hart. Here's a picture of it. There he won his first championship belt. And here Michaels hold up his first WWF World Championship belt in triumph after his victory over Bret Hart in an iron match held on March 31 in 1996 at WrestleMania 7. Yes, and this was my wrestling episode for this time. I hope you enjoy it, and we see us next time.